Okay, today I want to give you 3 tools for weight loss. These are things that almost anybody can do, and they'll see a dramatic change in their body's ability to store fat versus burning fat. So the 3 things that almost anybody can do are reduce or eliminate sugars, reduce or eliminate grains, and get some exercise. Let's talk about the first two because they're actually really closely related. Why do those work? Why reducing sugar or eliminating sugar or reducing or eliminating grains? Why does that work? And the story goes back to blood sugar. And it works kind of like this. If you were to drink something like a soda, Coca-Cola or Pepsi, um, or actually any soda, you'll notice that if you could watch your blood sugar, it will start off really low, and then as your body starts to absorb those sugars, your blood sugar is going to rocket up. And your body's actually pretty happy about this because sugar is what basic sugar, glucose, is what your body runs off of. So at first it's going to run your heart and your muscles and your brain and your heart and your lungs and just every body process that you have. The sugar is going to work for that. And then the second thing is your body likes to keep a little bit of sugar around for quick energy. And so what it does is it stores some of that in this form called glycogen. So into your liver goes glycogen, and into some of your muscles go glycogen. And that's that if you haven't eaten in a while and you take off on a run and you need some sugar source, that's what it takes from that glycogen. But after you've run all your body parts and your muscles and your heart, and after you've stored some of it in glycogen, your body doesn't really have any use for that excess sugar, and it really doesn't like it running around in the blood. So what it's going to do is store it. And the way it stores it is, of course, fat. Um, and the reason why this happens is because your body's actually pretty wise. For thousands and thousands of years, we haven't been in a position where we've had our blood sugar rocket up that high. I mean, think about if you took away every single store, every single building around us, what kind of foods would we have available to us? And those are just things in their natural, raw state, the way that they're kind of presented to us in the earth. And the only really good source of sweet sugar would be something like honey, but we all know the difficulties in actually getting a hold of that. So when we refine sugar and we make it into a really concentrated source, and then we eat it daily, multiple times during the day, we're causing our body to store that excess sugar as fat. And then the reason why you want to stay away from grains is because grains surprisingly act exactly like sugar does. If you do a test, which is called a glycemic index test, which is kind of a measurement of how much something changes your blood sugar, whether it be a little or a lot, and what you notice is something like proteins don't change the glycemic index at all. And things like sugar and things like white bread act almost identical in your body. To your body, it's no different. So if you're going to eat something like a sugar, it's almost identical to eating a grain. And it really doesn't matter too much whether that grain's a whole wheat grain or not. For years we used to suggest to people that they eat brown rice instead of white rice, but the truth of the matter is they both act the same in your body, almost identical. They'll both shoot your blood sugar up about the same. So then the last component of a weight loss program is fairly simple. It's exercise, and I like to get people out, grab prescription pads and write out, move your buns around, and have them put that up on their refrigerator or in front of their TV or something like that. Move your buns around is exactly what you need to do every day, or at least 5 days a week. The minimum amount of exercise you want to get is 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And but the kind of missing component of exercise, because everybody will tell you to exercise if you want to lose weight, but the missing component is how to exercise. And what you need to do is you really need to get your heart rate up so that you're working really hard. You can't just go out for a walk and have it be a calm walk. What you need to do is walk at what's called 70 to 80% of maximum. And you can get a heart rate monitor if you want to measure that. And there's all these calculations where you can determine what your heart rate maximum is. Or you can walk fast enough so that it's difficult but not impossible to talk. So if you're walking with a friend and you can talk the way I'm talking here, then you're not quite walking fast enough. You want to walk so that when you're walking, you're sort of stopping because you have to talk, and then you have to take another breath, and then you can say another word in between there, and that's the 70 to 80% of maximum when you're exercising. If you can exercise, you might as well exercise efficiently, because if you exercise at that 70 to 80% of maximum, then you'll be actually boosting your metabolism. And that's one of those things that pays itself back over and over again, because if you can boost your metabolism, and new research shows that exercising at that 70 to 80% of maximum can boost your metabolism up to 24 to 48 hours. So that means you exercise once and then you have a boosted, if that's such a word, an increased metabolism for 1 to 2 days. So make sure when you go out and exercise that you go ahead and exercise at that high intensity level, even if it is only for 20 minutes. Some people find that they need to do 40 up to 60 minutes, depending on the plateaus they hit as they go through the diet plan. So those are the 3 things that you can do that will work for almost everybody to help them with weight loss. So remember, it's reduce or eliminate, and especially eliminate if you're really looking for that rapid weight loss. So eliminate grains, eliminate sugars, and of course move your buns around.